It's cold out there. It's minus 32. With the wind chill factor, it feels more like minus 42. There's a cold weather system coming in from the north. The wind's going this way. I saw a little old lady hanging on to a post, and she was hanging like this. It's freezing out there. The roads look like they're ice. It's a little bit of out of control action out there. My recommendation as your weatherman is stay indoors. The weather seems to be like this on my forecast chart for the next 2.5 months. So my only question I leave with you is, why do we live in Saskatchewan? It's so cold. So why do we live in Saskatchewan when it's so cold? And what happens in January when it's so cold in Saskatchewan? It's called the winter blues. We all feel the winter blues. Right now it's cold outside. Yes, we get days that are just refreshingly nice and warm. But so many people suffer from sad. And some of us know what sad means. Sad is seasonal affective disorder. And it's a real problem. People really get depressed and anxious, and they feel like they're pent up in their houses, and they feel like they're alone, and this is never going to end. Their life seems to turn into different directions. They make it into a rut, and somehow the lack of the sunlight and the lack of being stuck inside and all of the snow and the weather out there compress and compress, and anxieties grow. Job situations turn. Sometimes things get a little bit angrier than they normally do. Patients are a little bit less than they normally are. People get sad. Some people in this room perhaps have dealt with some of the seasonal affective disorders. So today, I'm gladly talking about a real issue. And I'm also gladly talking about some hope for all of us that live in cold places like Saskatchewan. Because things can happen, and we can beat the winter blues. Here are a couple signs that the winter blues happen, and what happens in the psychology of it. So the psychology starts with the fall. The fall has many signs. It's wonderful. The trees change color. We're prepared for the fall. We have many days and weeks leading up to the cold winter. We know winter's coming. We sometimes even buy that new parka. We get some excitement. Fall changes. All of a sudden the snow falls. And we have something new to look forward to. We have Christmas to look forward to and the joys of Christmas. And some of us really look forward to the shopping aspects and the family that comes over and all the wonderful things that Christmas brings. So we're shopping. It gets really cold, but we have something to look forward to. Christmas hits. We have our family, we have our deals, we have excitement, we have joy. People without children have their children back again, and all of a sudden things are exciting, even though it's cold. Even though the sun doesn't come out and our vitamin E levels may not be as high. Then, it sort of subsides for a few days. And New Year's hits. And we have more parties to look forward to and more excitement to look forward to. New Year's passes. We set goals, though. 2 weeks into the month. Some of those goals aren't really happening. All of a sudden, there's nothing to look forward to. And we get sad. So what can you do when January 24th happens? What can you do to survive the next months? To beat the winter blues. Here are 5 great ways to beat the winter blues. Number 1, you can get away where it's hot. I have a friend who lives way up in the Yukon. He is deficient in vitamin E. People that don't know that, vitamin E is a source that we often get from the sun. We can also get it from suntan beds. But he needs to leave. He chooses to leave. He goes to Las Vegas. He goes to Australia. He goes wherever he can. He can afford it. Some people don't have that luxury. They can't afford to travel every winter. Exciting things that you can also do, number 2, to beat the winter blues are meet winter head on. Decide to look it in the eyes like a bull. And you're like, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to take you head on, and I'm going to throw snowballs outside. I'm going to go for a walk when it's on a nicer day. I'm going to go try this new tobogganing thing out. I'm going to put some skis on. I'm going to do some cross-country skiing. Or maybe I'm going to take a trek out to the winter, to the hills and the mountains, and I'm going to do some real skiing. You can meet winter head on. Another thing that you can do is improve your physical activity. If you're stuck indoors, one awesome thing that you can do is just get out to the gym. Join a club sport. Do something to break up the monotony of the day. If you do your job, come home, sit inside all day, your tendency is to become more depressed. And that's just part of life. So you can start getting more physical by going to the gym, doing some sports, doing some activities. And along with that is the wellness side of eating properly and eating healthy foods. So that's always very helpful. The 4th thing that you can do is brighten up your house. The excitement of brightening up your house can do something that's incredible. I read an article, and a psychologist was sharing this article, the incredible wonders of people who brighten the colors in their house and the charm that it brings them to beat SAD, to beat seasonal affective disorder. And that's one of the things that I thought, hey, that's amazing. That's a wonderful idea. Open your blinds up, put the colors up, like reds, greens, different colors. Decorate your house. Some people put candles and different things to really brighten their house up. Some people even leave their Christmas decorations up for extended periods of time, till summer. These are great ways to beat the winter blues. And the last, but definitely not least, is to have something to look forward to. Something that is a goal that you're striving for. And as a life coach, my recommendation would be not just to have a goal to look forward to, but to set strategic goals along the way. Because there's something incredible that happens in our mind and our body and our spirits when we accomplish something. When we accomplish that next step, we feel invigorated and empowered. So have an effective goal. So my strategies for beating the winter blues are get away when it's hot, meet winter head on, eat well, and have a very good physical attitude during winter. Have a bright house and brighten up your life, and always look forward to something.